friend since kindergarten and invited me to come out to her Mary Kay party and kept telling me how excited she was. I came out reluctantly at first, but I fell in love with the products and the caliber of women that I saw there, and then I saw their paychecks, and I was like, well, maybe I am open to the Mary Kay opportunity. So I decided to start my business and ordered my kit because I didn't want to miss out on a good thing. I felt if I sat around that I would get paralysis from analysis because I am a procrastinator. And, you know, one of our nationals said something just in the class before that I thought was so amazing. She said, if God has put something on your heart that you need to accomplish and you're procrastinating, it's disobedience. And that really hit me because I thought, no, I need to do this now or that moment will pass me by. But I was very busy. I was getting married, moving to Atlanta the same month that I started my business. And I did it anyway because there's never a perfect time. I started faithfully attending my Monday night trainings, and I really think that made all the difference for me. They say if you miss 1 week, you're sick. If you miss 2 weeks, you're dying. And if you miss 3, you're dead, right? That really is the key. You have to show up to go up. And we are much more powerful together. You know, if you've had a great Mary Kay week, you want to be there to get your recognition and your jewelry. But if you haven't had a great week, you kind of, oh, I don't know if I want to go or not, but that's when you need to have your cup filled. So we help each other every single week. You've got to prioritize your meetings. Then after 3 weeks of me signing my agreement, my recruiter quit. She was like, you should quit too, but I don't really want to do this anymore because we're such good friends. And I was like, okay, I'm not quitting because I knew that it was my business, not hers. That I was going to do the work and not her. So I took complete personal ownership of my business immediately and was not discouraged by that. I was also very, very, very coachable, and I still am, because I don't know everything, and I feel like if you can lean on the mentorship of somebody that you would trade places with, then you could do the exact same thing that she's doing and have the exact same success that she has had, if you are coachable. So I absolutely recommend that. So my first week did exactly what they told me to do. And I went out and had a $600 week in sales, got Queen of Sales, my little ribbon. I kept it on my rearview mirror for like 5 years. And went out and recruited my first 2 people. You know, when you're new, you're so excited, you're too dumb to doubt. A lot of times your enthusiasm attracts people. So now my business has really been able to carry me through some different transitions in my life. And I think this is something as a woman that we really want, that corporate America doesn't give us. It doesn't really give us the chance to have our business be second to our faith and our family. That corporate really wants to be number one. And that really bothered me in my heart. So Mary Kay has been with me from when I was newly married to then building my business and then having little bitty babies. And then now I'm a new single mom. I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old recovering from a divorce, from an emotionally, verbally abusive marriage to an addict. And he was, just up and down throughout our relationship and would have good spells, but then would go back to the bad spells. And I'm not a quitter, and I believe in people, and I hope, and I work. And then, you wake up one day and you say, okay, this is enough, and you've crossed a line, and this is now not going to be healthy for me or for my children. So with a... It's the hardest thing in the world to do. It really is. I had a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. A 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. And I was becoming frightened of things going on. And of course I loved him and had been with him a long time, but I just was like, you know what? This is done. And so I picked up literally in 24 hours, filed and left with my children. And only thanks to Mary Kay and the earnings that I've been able to have here and the emotional support that I receive and the positive motivation from all of the women here, did I finally have the courage and the finances to do what I needed to do when I needed to do it. He kept the house, like everything from scratch. I had to start over even with the new baby crib. I mean, I just got out of there. And I could have stayed if I didn't have children, I think, with more of the promises and disappointments. But I just didn't want to have my boys growing up thinking that that was okay. And I also didn't want them to treat a woman that way.
That's right.
Because it is a progressive, it is a progressive disease, you know, addiction and things like that. And then the longer you stay, a lot of times, the more they feel like they can repeat that behavior, and then children grow up seeing that behavior. And yeah, so I had to stop that. But what if I hadn't built my Mary Kay business with the earnings of a top director? You know, what if I had let those days where he ripped me a new one right before I went to my Mary Kay Monday night meeting? What if I had let that stop me from going to the meeting? You know, there was one career conference that I was speaking at, and I couldn't make it because he didn't come home to keep the children because he was passed out somewhere, evidently. And I was pregnant, so I couldn't leave him right then. But really, you know, it is something that if you build your business now, it will take care of you when you really need it for the future. So I am telling you that Mary Kay has literally saved my life. I have worked my business through all phases. I have tried to have a no excuse policy with myself because we can all get down with the excuses, and we can all one-up each other on all of our excuses because we've all been through things in life. But Mary Kay said that obstacles are stepping stones to our success, and you have to have faith to overcome. So, funny story about my kids. Now they're with me running around delivering product, going to you know, different appointments, and they're in the back seat with their Spider-Man phones, pretending to have phone conversations. And they're like, I just am confirming our appointment. Can I count on you to be there? And it just cracks me up. And they dream big. Whenever we're in a parking lot, the 5-year-old is like, Mom, where's the VIP parking? We've got to manifest VIP parking. And he's like looking for it. He's like, there it is, Mom, there it is. When I'm leaving for my Monday night training, they both beg me to stay home with them. And I just look at them, and I try not to feed into it. I look at them and I say, boys, do you like toys? And of course, immediately they stop crying and begging. Magically. And they're like, yes, Mommy, we like toys. Where are they? Where are they? I said, well, Mommy has to go to her Mary Kay meeting tonight to work so that I can get money to buy you toys. And all of a sudden they're like, go, Mommy, go. I really believe that you can use your kids as your reason or your excuse. Our national always says that. And I believe that your kids will really care more later, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, what you've done with your business, rather than a couple of hours that you went to a sneaker class or your Mary Kay meeting or a recruiting appointment. Because when they're in a position that they need a vehicle to be able to get to their activities, and they need money so that they can go to college and build their own life and their own future, where will you be then to help them? And you really have to think about, you either pay the price now or you pay the price later in life. So I cannot even imagine how much this opportunity is helping my children be prepared for life. We're riding around in the car with motivational CDs and music, having a dance party in the car every single day. They're the happiest little kids, and they have just no fear or anything about what others think of them. I'm a ham, they're complete hams. But the way that I've gotten there is through discipline, self-discipline. That is the most important private, personal thing that you can do for yourself and your business. And in addition to positive thinking, we can inspire you. This business really is not about this moment on the stage at all. It is about your everyday work ethic. And if you work every single day, your business, you should sleep very well at night, trusting and knowing that the results will come in. That my motto is, I do my best, and I let God do the rest. Yes, and you can't worry about it. It's kind of like the farmer with the seed. He plants the seeds, he waters it. He can't sit there and get mad at it that it's not growing fast enough, or wonder why the seed isn't responding, or give up on it. Just every day you do what you're supposed to do, and then all of a sudden the growth comes. So you cannot force your business to grow at the pace that you want, but you can invest the daily work to be able to grow a harvest. There's a lot of security in self-discipline. They say if you have one crisis in your life, you can handle it, but if you stop working your Mary Kay business, you now have 2 crises in your life. You have got to be serious about building your business now so that you don't have to worry about money. Mary Kay gives us the power to have financial abundance, time with our families, and inspire and help others. As I continue to earn top director paychecks, amazing trips around the world, diamonds, and work with such dynamic, wonderful women that I never would have met without Mary Kay. Not in spite of all that, but during all of that, I've had the worst year of my life, and here we are at number 1. I was shocked when they called me. I was like, what? This has been emotionally such a bad year. But if you work your business now, God will come through for you and take care of you through your business when you really, really need it, and you can't get out. There were days I got up and I was like, I can't do it today. God, you got to give me the strength. And I would go to my meeting, razzle-dazzle, and not really feel it, but when I walked in, it would all come. And it was really, God carried me through those times. I never gave up on my dreams. I never, ever, ever gave up. So in closing, you have to keep working before the evidence appears. Your actions will lead to a certain and specific result. Massive action leads to massive results. If your dreams don't scare you, they are not big enough. Your circle of friends will either lift you up or diminish you. Run from negative people like you are running from a burning building. And one of my sister directors said, only dead fish go with the flow. So stop telling God how big your mountain is and start telling your mountain how big your God is. Ask yourself, are you willing to move to the next level? Are you willing to do what it takes to get there? And are you willing to do it today? Because today is all you have. So I want you to join the Den Den Club. Do it now, do it now, do it now. Thank you so much.